It's finished Eastleigh 2, Altrincham 1. We're with Phil Parkinson. Phil, incredibly frustrating result after what I thought was a pretty good performance today.
Yeah, I'd have to agree with you. Really tough one to take that. I felt the players did more than enough to definitely take a point. I think there's an argument for us to win that game. I felt we had all the play. They had a chance in the first half that they've scored. I know they've had one disallowed that it was offside, but one chance of note. And then in the second half, I think Ethan's had one save to make. We've hit the post, we've gone through one-on-one. We've not quite got on the end of a through ball at times. But some days you have them where it doesn't go your way, but I couldn't go in there and have a go at them players. I thought they'd give everything today. Played some really, really good stuff. A difficult place to come. We've notoriously not done well here in the past in terms of results wise, but performance last season I felt we should have got something, and this season absolutely I feel it's been a tough one to take that, because we did more than enough.
I think both of Eastleigh's goals have come from situations where we win it off them and then they win it off us, and it was one of those games where that felt like the balance of it. The most dangerous moments came when possession was turned over in unexpected sort of ways, but for both of their goals we've lost possession inside their half. Is it an element of disappointment, the fact we weren't able to see off those counter-attacks?
Well, that's what you're going to be subjected to. If you're an in-possession team, you're going to be subjected to counter-attacks, and I felt we reduced them to very little because we kept the ball so well. So it wasn't really a game to you. It was definitely we kept the ball. Be interesting to see the possession stats after that, but I know possession doesn't mean you win the game, but ultimately we controlled the game the way we want to control it. Could we have been more clinical? Absolutely. But to the point you're making about turning the ball over, as cynical as it is, I think we've just got to take him down there at the end when he knows he's getting away. But ultimately there were certain positional things that weren't quite right as well for that to happen, and we've addressed that in the changing room. But ultimately it's the dark arts of the game there, which we never promote here, but ultimately that's the bit that the better teams sometimes do, and they certainly were good at that, winding down the clock. You could see them keeping it in the corner. All them bits that we're getting better at, but we don't want to be that team. We want to be the team that plays a certain way, wins off merit, and listen, the two players that were capable of hurting us on the day, or any team in this division, did it, didn't they? Quigley and McCallum. So ultimately we were very aware of their strengths. They don't need much to feed off to score, and they had very little, and they've scored two. And like I said, another day I think we win that 4-2, but it just wasn't our day today.
And is it also to do with the fact that at 1-1 we're not the sort of team to shut up shop and settle for a point? We tried to go ahead and win the game, and if that's your approach, you have to accept that there's more of a chance it'll go the other way sometimes.
It wasn't a game where I felt they were really coming on to us, so I've done that in the past where we've gone 3 at the back, and it was in my mind, I'm not going to lie, but I just felt we were the team in the ascendancy, and unfortunately this week we've been stung. Because again, you go 3-5-2 and match them man for man all over the park, but from a defensive point of view, and you're inviting the ball onto you then, which is what they want to do. They want to cross it in, but because they couldn't get the ball, they had very few crosses, very few opportunities. But when you pay the money you do to the players that they've got up front there, that's the end result. They don't, they're clinical, they're efficient, and Eastleigh, they'll say they've done a job on us today, but I think play that game 5 times over, 10 times over, we come out on top a higher percentage of the time, and we'll stick to what we do, because that's what got us these results. And as I said, the players have given absolutely everything there. That's a long bit of travel for us. We've done everything right. I think you could tell it was a good performance, and yeah, we're licking our wounds from that.
The best spell for us probably in the game was after half time. For about half an hour it was really one-way traffic. We did get the equaliser in that period, but we've also missed some big chances. In Chris's one early on where he's hit the post is obviously the really big one, I guess. Yeah,
and these are the bits I keep talking to the players about, marginal gains and 1%, and they've worked ever so hard all week, and that's what we've been working on, that bit there. Noob's unselfish pass to Chris unselfish to Noobs, and he puts him in again. And who would you want going through there? Chris Clark, and 9 times out of 10, like I said, another day he finishes that, but it's hit the post, and the nerve he showed then to step up and take his penalty was first class. And I thought Chris was outstanding today, by the way. He drove us forward. He got on the ball under a lot of pressure, very little protection from the referee, being kicked lumps out of, and he's going to carry the ball, so he's going to get the contacts. But I felt he was outstanding today.
Yeah, I fully agree with that. He really was the shining light of the team, and good. Another positive is to get another half an hour of match fitness with Regan Linney as well coming back.
Well, again, if he's a little bit fitter, that ball that skips through, he gets a touch and he's racing through. There's no guarantees he's scoring, but again, who else would you want racing through there? Probably Regan. So he'll be really frustrated that he's probably marginally off it, but that will come with Regan, and we'll keep persevering, we'll keep playing him, and he'll get fitter, he'll get sharper, and Regan will be a top marksman in this division.
It's been a day of a few of the sides up near the top of lost, I believe, and it's been a day of some strange results. And this league, the challenges just keep coming, and Tuesday will be another one, but it'll be a great occasion for Altrincham fans. We've got a bit of history with Rochdale. I think Bill Waterson's been in your ear telling you a little bit about that. But that's, if we want a game to bounce back for, that's going to be a fantastic occasion.
Massive game. Rochdale coming down, huge league club with lots of tradition, great fan base. I've been to watch them a few times. They really get behind them there, and they play total football as well, so it'll be a really good game. One I'm looking forward to. Look forward to all the games. All pose different challenges. Today it was about reducing the crosses into the box, which we did by retaining the ball, reducing McCallum and Quigley to very little. We did, but unfortunately the very little they had, they scored, and we didn't take our chances, and that's really difficult to stand in front of you and say. It's not coming here that they've got a fantastic home form. They've got two of the most lethal strikers in the division. What's that, 19, 20? I think they're both on now between them. So that's some return. So it's certainly not a game that you think you're just going to come and get. As I said, it's been an unhappy stomping ground for us this so far. I was thinking today was the day we were going to turn it around, but we'll just have to go again Tuesday.